Greetings all and welcome back to Globbits gaming channel. Warthunder now. Basically what this video is going to be is a little bit of a look at the three different game modes and a little bit of a sort of a how-to for complete beginners. Not a guide to how to play the game, but a little bit of a thing. Now, the first thing you need to go and do, guys, is you need to go and play the tutorial. So get yourselves back there, alright, and then go play the tutorial, and then come back and see me when you're done. Alright, go off and do that now. Awesome. Right. Okay, you're back. Okay, right. So you've got the basics of how to drive and all that shenanigans, which you're going to learn from actually playing the game. Now, a couple of things I've picked up. I'm going to show you all the different game modes. I've got a replay, well not a replay, but a live play of an arcade, a realistic and a simulator battle to show you the differences between the three. I recommend for new players, personally, I like arcade battles for now. I'm starting to lean a little bit towards the realistic because I've kind of worked out the fall of shot and all that kind of stuff, but that'll be more apparent later. And then simulator battle towards the end. Okay, you'll start off in tier 1, reserve tank. You'll start off in a Panzer 1C, which is basically, where is it? This thing. Alright, you'll start off with one of these, and they're not that great, but hey ho, you'll be fine. Now, you will get some gold, some eagles from the what do you call it? Think of the word, tutorial. Yeah, the tutorial. Basically, what do you do? Well, you're going to get experience for modules and things. You get credits and experience for playing the game, or as they call it in this game, lions. Now, you use lions to unlock things. So, for example, if I go to my Russians, which I haven't really played that much, I've only got the T-26 reserve tank. Now, what I do is I grind this tank or play the tank, and I research other tanks in the lists. Once I get to here, I can basically buy the BT-7 1937. And then I choose the T50 and etc, 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 and so on and so forth. You'll figure that out yourselves. What I've got a little bit of advice for you is a little bit of a trick I learned from the Planes game. If you haven't ever played the Planes version of this, basically the Warthunder Planes, your crew. Now, one little tip I'm going to give to you, your crew. Now, you'll notice here, my crews have a plus 30. Okay, in certain areas, a qualification bonus. Other crews haven't. Basically, what you want to do is your early crew experience that you'll get through playing the game. Each of your crew, alright, has certain things that they can do. I'll just go to my Russians to make it a little bit easier for you. Now, what you want to do is, at the beginning, they'll all have 0 in all of their skills. Now, what I'd advise you do, if you can get these crew to 100 skill points really, really quickly, you can get the basic modification in, for example, this tank, the T-26. Now, so what I'd advise you to do is I've got 10 crew experience points. My crew level is 35. I've got 35 points in various skills. All I do is I pick a skill that's at 100 and just do the first 5 points in it. Just like that. Do the first 2 points in the 50s until the skills start to get expensive. Now I've managed to put 10 points. So that crew now has 45. If you manage to get that to 100, you can basically pay some lions, some basic credits to get this crew to the basic level of the tank. Now, I've done this in my Germans, or some of the German crew. For example, this one that I use a lot of. Alright, now they get plus 30 in the really important stuff, like repair, tank driving. The gunner gets better targeting and range finding. The commander gets better leadership machine gunnery. The loader gets faster weapon reloading, etc, etc, etc. So that's a really, really, for me, a really, really good tip to get your crew up really, really quickly. And get that extra little bit of a bonus. So that's that. So what you're going to need to do is get yourself in your tank and click the to battle button. Okay, arcade. Now, the first game you're about to see is an arcade game. Now, the difference is with arcade and all the others, you get a lot more help. Okay, you'll get a little X underneath your crosshair that tells you where your shell's going to land, and if it turns green, all right, you can penetrate. If it's red, maybe not. All right, take a look at the game, see what you think. So here we go then. Run a battle on Karelia, and by the looks of it, it's a 3-point assault mission. Basically, it's like capture the flag. And there's 3 points. So I'm going to take out my Panzer IV Aus C. Now, this is fully upgraded, fully unlocked. But the idea of this video is not to show you how to play the game, it's just to show you the different things in arcade. Now, got your basic interface, wherever you turn the mouse. Okay, that's where the turret will turn. Right, and that little cross there, I've got 2 circles. I've got a circle where I'm aiming, and then the other little circle is where the gun's pointing. Now the cross is the basic fall of shot indicator. What this means is, unlike World of Tanks and other games like it, this game actually has bullet drop. Okay, if a shell travels so far, it will lose inertia, okay, as it travels, and it will sort of dip, sort of a curving effect. I'll show you this what it means. Now, in arcade, you get a system that allows you to calculate the cross of where the shell's actually going to land. So all you really technically have to do is aim at the tank, alright, and if the fall of shot indicator is over the tank, it will turn a relevant colour, and you'll be able to shoot at it. Now what I'm going to try and do now is I'm going to try and get a shot on an enemy tank. Prove this to you. Alright, there's the AI, okay, the AI tank. So I put into sniper view, thing turns green, take my shot, and I've hit him. Now, there is no health bars in Warthunder. You only get to know what hit logs you've got. So you actually have to kill the tank. You don't have to take away its hit points, you have to actually kill it. That was a daft shot, and I'm getting shot back at. He's shot at by AI. So I'm going to take some pot shots back at them as soon as he's loaded, and I've hit. Now taking out his loader and his gunner. And basically this is the help you get in arcade. Now, there is a mechanic in the game, in, for example, simulator battles and realistic. I'm getting fucking pounded here, I'm going to get my ass handed to me. In simulator battles, where you don't get the aiming help like you do in arcade. I'm getting absolutely battered. You notice how many hits I'm taking. I'm angling my armour, and I believe these guys are actually shooting HE at me, which is a bonus. I'm going to try my best to try and take out as many of these guys as I can. Oh, this is not good. Got myself into a bit of a spot there, and I get one-shotted by a Panzer IV Aus F1. I've got one of those. More to see one of those in a minute. Right, so I'll take out another Panzer now. You get to pick any of the tanks in your garage, which is great. In arcade, you can pick as many of these as you want. You can come back into the battle as many times as you've got tanks, which is kind of cool. So I'm starting in a different location, so let's try something else. This gun is a short-barreled 75mm, and it's firing exclusively HE, or high explosive anti-tank ammo. Now what this basically means is that I basically penetrate everything, in a nutshell. And one thing I'm going to show you now is arty mode. Now this is a mode you can use if your tank has a capability of having artillery. Alright, now what you can do from this, alright, is you can drop artillery on guys that like this guy over here. And call in artillery. There is no artillery per se in this game. So I'm just going to see if I can get a pot shot at this guy. Now, that guy will know that the artillery is coming. And hopefully, for him, he'll move out of the way. But I hope he doesn't. I hope he stays there. You see the artillery landing? There's the warning shots. And then you get the full barrage shortly after that. Did I hit anything? I don't think so. Oh yes, I did. Managed to get him. Alright, and I'm causing hits on another tank as well. So those guys are still there. I got 3 hits on him there. You notice up on the screen it flashes up what you've hit. Oh, pop shot there. I'll do. SU-76M. I haven't seen one of those before. Tank destroyers in this game are quite dangerous. Very powerful guns. Yeah, this isn't a hit points based game. You basically have to actually kill the tank that you're aiming at. So you could shoot them 100 times. To be headshot. Okay. You have to actually kill the tank that you're actually shooting at, which can prove quite difficult. And this guy's shooting back at me. Not really worried too much about him. I probably should be, but no, I'm on fire. Use my fire extinguishers quickly. Just keep firing, keep up the rate of fire. Managed to take him out. Now, repairing the tank then. You don't have repair packs. You said there. It said you have to press U to start repairing the tank. I'm in a whole world of shit here because my tank's going to get 5 minutes to repair. I'm probably going to die in the very near future. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to keep up rate of fire on these guys, keep hitting them. Yeah, I dinged off that tank there. Okay, hopefully I can last long enough for my artillery barrage to come back in. I hope I will, because if I can lay some smack down these. Alright, drop another shell on him. Yeah, one-shotted. And the artillery's back up. So I'll drop another. Oh, didn't quite get there. What a damn shame. Yeah, that's a T-34 prototype. I think that's the premium tank. Now, obviously, I'm now dropping into my Panzer III, which has a 50mm high-velocity gun. We're winning this game solidly, by the way. It looks like I'm just sitting around derping, not actually doing the objective. But if the team's doing the objective, what's the point of doing it myself? Right, that was artillery. We're going to take another quick sneaky peek at this corner, just to see what I can see. I'm going to back straight off, though, if I see anything. Yeah, seen him, and I'm going to shoot him, and then I'm going to back off straight away and drop some shit on him. Yeah, let's drop some shit on him. Right, I'm not going to stay here because I know they know where I am. I'm just going to lob that artillery and I'm going to move on. Now, another thing about the controls in this, the physics of the game isn't completely done yet, but it is a lot more realistic. Now, one thing I did want to talk about, I think I mentioned it in the start of the video, I can't remember, I'm just going to go through it again. I did these videos in different times. I think I've got myself stuck. Come on, Panzer III. Oh, that was a good artillery barrage. Oh, fucking hell. Yep, I appear to be stuck. Uh-oh. Yep, I'm officially stuck. Okay, what you do if you're stuck, you hold down J and you leave your vehicle. Yeah, I'm not going to mess around trying to get out of there. So, the difference between realistic and realism. This game is not realistic, it does have a lot more realism. I'm going to leave it at that, okay? For me, I like the way this game runs a lot more than other well-known basically World of Tanks, or the tank games. World of Tank does have an element of arcadiness. It's based on a realistic thing, like tanks, tank combat, but it's not realistic. This thing is a lot more realistic. Okay? You basically... The thing is, in real life, if you penetrate the fighting compartment of a tank or any fighting vehicle with any kind of shell designed to take out that vehicle, it's going to die. The tank might not necessarily die, but the squishy bits in the middle do, i.e. the crew. Ooh, shots on the back of her. Hopefully back shots on the teeth. This is the only problem with arcade. Oh, see? A one-shot. That was pretty stupid of me. Congrats to that guy for that shot. Now I'm back down to my lower end tanks. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take out my flak bus. My little flak truck. Basically what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to be an annoyance, just have a giggle. Yeah, you can take lots of different vehicles. To be honest with you, this game's actually won. I'm just going to take this thing out and see if I can actually take somebody out with an anti-aircraft gun. I've only got a couple of seconds left of the game. Check this out for a cannon. Dakka gun. Now, not a bad game. Let's just have a look at the post-game results. It's slightly different to World of Tanks. But this is, I finished 4th in the team. Last time I looked, I was 1st. Now, what you do here is you get research points. Now, I've just opened up my F2. I've just researched my F2 live on air for everybody. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to purchase that tank. Okay, so I'm going to buy that tank. Now, I've got some remaining research points. Now, the tank I want to research is the Tier 2 Stug. So I start that off. And there you have it. So, I killed 7 surface units, earning me that amount of credits. I've got assists, hits, battle time, and all that kind of good stuff, as you can see there. Not really much else to say about it, really. Earned 8,000 credits. Yeah, not a bad game. Yep, so that's basic arcade. Alright, the next battle, I'm going to reintroduce it, okay, is we're going to do a realistic battle. Okay, so stand by for that.